No fate but what we make for ourselves. Let's remember those iconic words from Sarah Connor and Carl Reese in this video. We look at the Mafex The Terminator T-800 action figure. On your feet, soldier! With TAKTAK Toys With Film. Stay in a public place and by the phone while we do this review. The Mafex Terminator can't be bargained with, can't be reasoned with. He feels no remorse. So Mafex are giving us the T-800 from the first Terminator film, where Arnie plays the villain of the first film, and he's decked out in his threads during the police precinct shootout, where the Terminator is trying to get to Sarah Connor. And going there, from looking at the figure out of the packaging, let's go to have a look at the figure in the packaging, and as you can see here, the Mafex Terminator is in the packaging in a lovely window display, where you can see the figure itself, a whole host of accessories including extra heads and hands, weapons, and everything on display there. Yeah, so as you can see, Mafex always do a nice job with the packaging, and yeah, it's kind of got that sort of captures the look of the first film, you know, look and feel of the first film. Looking at the side of the packaging, you've got obviously the Terminator figure on display on the side of the packaging with the Terminator logo, and on the other side of the packaging you've got various logos including the Mafex logo and of course the Terminator logo, and it tells you what number in the series this Mafex figure is as well on that side of the packaging, which is number 176. And the back of the packaging also goes on to show various accessories and poses for the figure, and you'll be able to see these here now. There they are on display. So there's the figure with the various head sculpts, the different posing with the different weapons. So yeah, you can see all the poses you can get the figure into on display there. And the top of the packaging shows the Terminator logo, and inside the box, once the figure's out of the box, you'll see a picture showing the killing machine from the future sent to eliminate Sarah Connor and anyone who stands in its way. So have you picked up the Mafex Terminator T-800 figure? Is it a figure you're planning on picking up? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe. So here's the figure out of its outer packaging and in his clamshell, and he comes with various advice from Mafex about being careful with the figure, and there's a display stand obviously with the figure. So there's the advice, as I mentioned, showing you any sort of instructions and steps just to keep in mind when using the figure. And yeah, the figure also comes with a display stand, which all Mafex figures do come with, a clear display stand which you can use for any sort of posing or on your action figure shelf when you get them in done poses. So yeah, that's the accessories that come with the Terminator figure in the box. And here we go, here's the Terminator T-800 Mafex figure out of the packaging, and he looks glorious, doesn't he? He looks exactly like a mini 1/12 scale Arnie. Like with any Mafex figures, you'd imagine you can get him into a variety of excellent poses. I've got him just here with one of his simple handguns, which actually is from an earlier scene in the film. But yeah, it obviously comes with different head sculpts, as mentioned before. This is the battle damaged head sculpt that you can see here. I think this is reminiscent from the scene where the Terminator is self-repairing in the apartment, and and he's repairing his arm. And he says it has a few choice words for the landlord when the landlord knocks on the door. I believe that's probably earlier in the film. Speaking of earlier in the film, we do have this sort of alternate Arnie head, which is again earlier in the film, when he visits the Tech Noir nightclub looking for Sarah Connor and sort of first makes his moves, and Carl Reese has to stop him. So that's the two sort of head sculpts that you get. Both look great on the figure, as well as obviously the sunglasses head sculpt when he does the police precinct assault. As you can see here, the Terminator comes with various sort of different hands. He's got those open palmed hands there on display. Like many Mafex figures, comes with all sorts of different hand options. But yeah, you've got the open palmed hands, sort of, putting up an open palm. You've got sort of gloved hands there, where he's kind of like looks like he would hold a sort of sword or something like that, and his hands more sort of open palmed but sprayed out a little bit. So there's those palmed. Of course, we've got fisted hands. That's what actually comes in package with the figure. So he's got a pair of fisted hands, and then of course what I've put on the figure myself are these sort of weapon gripping hands, as you can see here, which he's holding the handgun. So yeah, as mentioned, There's there's another set of hands, again open palmed. So these hands, you know, kind of give you slight variations. I mean, if you've got a 1/12 scale vehicle and you can fit the Terminator, these would be good driving hands. So yeah, you could almost put him into a 1/12 scale vehicle if you've got one. You can fit into. They'd be good driving hands. But yeah, these are the fisted hands, as I say. For any photography options, if you wanted to sort of get the Terminator punching anything, punching sort of, you know, through a wall or something like that, or, you know, punching a human, sort of one of your action figure characters, then human action figure characters, those hands are going to be great for that. But yeah, as I say, I've put the weapon gripping hands on. And talking of weapons, here's his Uzi. Here's the Uzi that the Terminator comes with. Again, this was a weapon that the Terminator used in the Tech Noir nightclub earlier on in the film. He also comes with his signature shotgun, which we'll see in a minute. The shotgun is obviously a weapon from the police precinct shootout scene. So there we go. There's the sort of shotgun, which he uses the devastating effect on numerous police officers when he's looking for Sarah Connor and Carl Reese in the police station. And then what I'm not too, you know, I don't know weapons too well, but what I call, I guess, a semi-automatic. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. It might be a completely different weapon, but or a Tech 9 or something. I suppose semi-automatic actually. Yeah, no, not a Tech 9. Semi-automatic kind of weapon, again from the police sort of precinct shootout scene. So that's the weapons he comes with. And then of course he comes with a small pistol, which again I think is probably from the gun shop scene where he's actually getting all the weapons, something like that. But that's a little pistol he comes with. And now let's go over the articulation. So obviously the head can look up and down and side to side as displayed there. The jacket will hinder the articulation a little bit, but yeah, it looks up and down a decent amount. What you have got as well, the arms can go up to about 90 degrees, got double jointed elbows. The wrists go around in a complete 360-degree motion, as you see there. Again, as you'd expect with a Mafex figure, got absolutely fantastic articulation. I mean, the Terminator is a large sort of killer robot, so he's not going to be getting into Spider-Man poses. But having said that, you know, this Mafex figure probably can do something along those lines. I accidentally pulled the arm out there while twisting it in 360 degrees. You do have to be slightly careful with Mafex figures. They're not like, say, a Marvel Legends, which you can be sort of, you know, roughhouse about completely. You have to be a bit careful with them. But for the most part, their QC issues are kind of gone. And as you can see there, the arm, he gets into some great poses. He really does pose up well, like I say, 90 degrees and double jointed on the elbows. The waist has not got too bad articulation. The jacket will sort of get in the way, hinder the waist a little bit. So he sort of does bend forward slightly, but again, you're not really going to be getting the Terminator into any Spider-Man-like poses. And if you're enjoying the video, please do feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, so as I say, the waist does get some articulation around the waist. You have to be slightly careful when you twist the actual waist. You can twist the waist 360 degrees, as you'll see here in a moment. Yeah, you can twist the waist all the way around, but you do have to be careful. The waist is on a ball joint and it can pop off if you do twist it too vigorously, so you have to be a little bit careful. Moving on to the leg articulation in just a moment. Got, you know, can kick out fully, as you can see here. The Terminator can kick out fully if he's doing a march. Double jointed knees, so yeah, got great range of motions. You've got a ball rocker on the ankles, and you've got great toe articulation as well on the figure. So yeah, really great range of motion, as you'd expect from a Mafex figure. That's what Mafex figures are well known for. You know, really decent drop down hips as well, as you can see there. Really good range of motion. But yeah, just helps make for a great figure that you can pose on your action figure shelves, for any photography, anything along those lines. And I thought I'd put the alternate heads on the figure for you to show you what he looks like. So this is the sort of earlier Arnie version from the film, earlier on in the film, where Arnie's in the Tech Noir nightclub. That's kind of his head. And then you've got the battle damaged head on the figure here, as I say, which is probably from the scene where he's self-repairing in the apartment. Again, both heads look excellent on the figure, as does the sunglasses head that the figure comes in the box. Now moving on to size comparisons. Well, first off, let's go with Kang the Conqueror, a fellow time traveler from Marvel Legends, Kang the Conqueror. So this is him. This is the Mafex Terminator next to Kang the Conqueror. And as you can see, the Terminator is slightly smaller than your Marvel Legends. Now, I don't know if that's going to bother a collector or not. There's two ways of looking at it, really. But yeah, he's kind of a bit smaller. Probably about the same size Black Series figure. Here he is next to Shore Trooper, a Rogue One Shore Trooper Black Series figure. And they look about the same kind of size. Black Series are a little bit smaller than Marvel Legends. And next up, we have the Mafex Terminator next to a DC, McFarlane, Speeding Bullets Batman. And as you can see, this is a 7-inch figure. So this figure does tower over the Mafex Terminator. And finally, we have him next to a comic version of Deadpool. So, yeah, it depends on what you kind of want, really, from your Terminator figure. If you did want a larger Terminator figure, you're probably going to be better off with the NECA version. But if you want a sort of robot that can infiltrate human society and blend in, probably your Mafex Terminator is going to be the way to go. So for me, I really love the Mafex Terminator. I give him a full 5 out of 5 stars. And if you want some great places to pick up action figures, you can try Props and Replicas. Of course, there's Comics and Cocktails. You can try Kapow Toys. There's Gobsmack Comics. You can always check out All the Cool Stuff. And of course, In Demand Toys. And we're going to be going on to some further comparisons later in a bit, but stick with us for that. And if you enjoy film and TV review, watching The Terminator or any other films, check out filmandtvreview.com website and their brand new YouTube channel, and links for all of those will be in the description below. And back to comparisons. Here he is next to a fellow robotic organism, Roboto, from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. And check out my review for that figure in the comments below. Link for that, my review in the comments below. And it wouldn't be a Terminator review without pitting him against Robocop. So here he is next to the NECA Robocop, sorry. And for all the latest Marvel Legends reviews, check out Dan Who Reviews YouTube channel. For action figure reviews in the UK, check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. For action figure reviews in Ireland, check out Brian's action figure reviews. For pop culture chat and action figure discussion, check out the Infinity Equation. For action figure reviews in the US, check out Wolfpack Toy Review and Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review. Check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter for all things Mythic Legions. And check out Austin and the Hero of Collectors for action figure reviews again in the US. And for all sorts of action figure chat and pop culture discussion, check out the 3POA podcast. So, overall, what did you think? What do you think of the Mafex The Terminator? I'm very happy with him myself. I'm interested to see what other companies might try attempting a Terminator as well as Mafex and NECA. I wouldn't mind seeing Mezco 112 give us some Terminators. I wonder what they would be like. And of course, Mafex did recently show off their T-800 endoskeleton, which will be upcoming soon. It is currently available for pre-order and will be released at some point, obviously maybe later in 2023 or early 2024, fingers crossed. But a great looking release, probably be a very sturdy release and a pricey one at the same time. Obviously NECA did give us an endoskeleton, but that'll probably be a bit more fragile than this one. And at the time of this video, just sort of as I was recording this video, VC Toy Box have put up their 7-inch scale Future Warrior, and I'll put the link to pre-order that figure in the description below. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It all helps. And until next time, enjoy those flicks and figs.